During her last press conference as the First Minister of Scotland, Nicola Sturgeon, of course, said her goodbyes, but there was something else that happened during that session that we forgot to talk about. Okay, so yesterday we were all so happy and excited and celebrating the resignation speech. Well, technically the announcement that Nicola Sturgeon made about she's going to stand down as the leader of the SNP and as First Minister of Scotland. That we also she was talking for ages. That speech kept going on, and she kept using the word hard, which was very disturbing. But at the end of the speech, she took some questions from the members of the press. We were too distracted to even pay attention to that. So when we finished the live stream with you guys, I then watched it again and discovered a little bit of a flaw. So we know that there's a lot of investigations going on inside the SNP establishment. There's a police investigation literally going on right now, and financial scandals and everything else, corruption. So Nicola Sturgeon did a bit of a Joe Biden. She decided to run away from simple, basic questions over the police investigation. Not many people noticed this, but she dodged the questions a couple of times and then she just walked away.
How have you gone from having plenty in the tank 3 weeks ago to an empty tank today? What is it that's changed over the last few weeks? You've mentioned some things. The only thing you didn't mention is the police inquiry into the party's finances.
Look, these things are not the reason I'm standing here today. These are not factors, nor will my decision today affect these things, and all of these things will take their course. Right, with that, I'm going to depart from now.
Have you been, or do you expect to be interviewed by the police who are looking into?
I'm not going to discuss an ongoing police investigation. I wouldn't do that on any issue, and I'm not going to do it now. Thank you.
Bye, Nicola. Joe Biden used to do that. You remember about a year ago? During the lockdown days, he used to just walk away into the wall, going the wrong way. At least Nicola knows where the door is. Well done, Nicola Sturgeon, for knowing how to do directions in real life. So, it is important to talk about how there are a number of other leaders, like Nicola Sturgeon, that need to go away immediately, because some of them have certain similarities. And I'm going to name a number of them that I think they should go because they have the same problem, same symptom, let's just say. It's not just because we disagree with their politics. I'm not just going to name a list of names of left-wing leaders for the sake of it. No. And I'm actually going to exclude a couple of names just to prove the point. For example, we've already seen the domino effect starting. First, it was Jacinda Ardern who fell on her sword, and that was absolutely lovely, beautiful to see. It was great. One of the most beautiful things I've seen on TV ever. And she did her crocodile tears. Even Nicola Sturgeon didn't cry. Very disappointing. Anyway, so I'm going to name them first and I'm going to talk about them. Next has to be Mark Drakeford. It's time. Time is up. You need to go. The First Minister of Wales, who decided to ban books, who decided to ban toys, who decided to basically go after people, chase people during the lockdown and when the jabs came. At the same time, who was too busy dancing at parties himself without social distancing. They decided to go. All of these people I'm going to mention have similarities because they went against free press and free media. They completely controlled the narrative. They said we are the source of truth and information for you guys. They completely shut down society without even apologizing for their own, let's just say, benefit of the doubt, mistakes, right? Let's just say that for now. And they have no respect for individual liberty. There's more people. Let's talk about this guy. Yes, Sadiq Khan, who is completely shameless when it comes to listening to the will of the people, their public opinion, or just generally speaking, actual public pressure. He was the same London mayor who decided to, in order to push for his ultra net zero policy of ULEZ, the ultra low emission zones, when they did recently a consultation, a review, and getting local people in London to vote on it and to do their feedback, they decided to rig the result. They literally rigged the result and they changed it to show a more positive outcome. So basically they ignored democracy again. It's all about not respecting democracy. So that's why this man has to go as well. Justin Trudeau, or the rubbish Justin Bieber, or Justin Castro. So this man also went against basic values of the democratic world. You remember the truckers? You remember what he did? Not just to the protesters who were concerned about the mandatory health measures and the so-called immunity passport. He also went after anybody who supported those protesters, anybody who decided to donate to that movement. He decided to freeze their bank accounts. He decided to completely turn them into outcasts in society and started calling them names. You are this, you are that. And he never apologized. Never made any U-turn on things like that. Now, this man is a little bit different. Of course, he needs to go for different reasons. but we already had low expectations of Uncle Joe. And he technically hasn't lied. Technically, he's basically delivering on the same program, same idiotic, a big government program that he promised. So he already didn't really promise to defend democracy or the will of the people. So technically, he doesn't count. He's going to go away in 2 years. Actually, a year from now, we're going to have the elections in America, or just less than 2 years. And we're going to be covering that as usual on this channel. But it is quite fascinating to see what's been going on around the world. This man is the biggest one of them, and it's quite fascinating. Klaus Schwab is not an elected figure, and he's simply the president, or whatever his title is, of the biggest think tank / lobby group in the World Economic Forum. And so he's not really accountable. There's no need for accountability in terms of legally speaking on a constitutional level, because he operates on a global level. But there has to definitely be a basic scrutiny and accountability on societal level, and when it comes to citizens of countries everywhere, because their representatives go hang out with this guy, their presidents and prime ministers. And I believe that, considering this man has been at the top of the World Economic Forum for such a long time, forever and ever, maybe, if the day comes that he goes away, I'm just going to be a little bit optimistic and more positive, that maybe that will be a good time to do a pushback. Of course, you might say that, yeah, they're going to find someone else to replace him with, but it's not always easy. He has been weirdly charming and charismatic when it comes to networking and lobbying and making his way through the political establishment, despite the fact that he literally looks like a Bond villain. So it's been impressive to witness what he has achieved. And I don't think it's an easy job for just anybody to do. So if they're just replacing with a random person as the head of WF, I don't think it's going to be like that. But we'll see. But the main point is, it's time for a lot of these people to go away, retire, go paint something. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other idea, anyone else that I didn't list, of the names of people who definitely need to go because they have the same symptom of anti-democracy. Anyway, let me know what you think. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.